I'll skip the introductions. I feel like this is what I can for. Um, just starting off. How are you feeling? First win under your belt. I mean, albeit on the side stage, so no audience or anything. But how does it feel?
I mean, it obviously feels great. I've had a couple wins this offseason with Lev already,
Hmm.
with winning the Saucy Invitational, like winning a couple games from EWC, but finally winning um a match where I wouldn't say it matters more than because like every match like you play to win, but it feels like it's a step in the right direction, and there's a reason why like I'm here now with Sato, and it feels like all the stars are like aligning.
Nice, and I'm glad you mentioned the Sauce Invitational because I was curious how that win, not just in terms of matches, but the actual event itself, right, kind of helped with the confidence and the transition from M80 to Lev.
I mean, the tournament it felt good. Some comps we were just playing for fun, et cetera, et cetera. So, it was just like we used that tournament to learn how to adapt. I think that's what makes us this iteration of the roster so good because like we just adapt so well. Especially like if you play a different comp and one where you have minimal practice on, and
Mm-hmm.
then you're able to come up with solutions on the fly. It really helps a lot. So in your overall long term run, right? So like if you're able to play multiple comps, adapt and learn with minimal practice, that's what makes like a good team great.
Nice. Great answer. And then you mentioned Sato, and so one of my questions then was, how did having another tier 2 player, and specifically a former teammate, alongside you for that transition up to tier 1, kind of help the process overall?
I mean, it definitely helped the process. It made our comfortability and just slotting in two players of insane amount of chemistry is so much easier.
Hmm.
Um, Salsa's like a brother to me. I've been with this kid ever since November, December,
Hmm.
literally being in the same house, and now to this day, I still live in the same apartment as him. So it feels like we're both. It's cool to see both our of our evolutions throughout the from December to now. Like, to be honest, like we were different humans, we were different friends, different teammates ever since December. So seeing that consistent growth has been like such a blessing.
Nice. And then, kind of talking about then the pressure to perform in tier 1 now that you're there. Kess recently mentioned in an interview how like he's been putting insane time because it's not just we've gotten to tier 1, the goal's been met. It's now the struggle to stay in tier 1, and because you guys have been placed into a spot where like the org's resting their kind of like hopes and dreams on you guys to make that run for champions. Does that add to the pressure at all? Like knowing that it could be like a stage 1 and done, or like how are you taking that as motivation instead of a deterrent?
I mean, at the end of the day, like Sato and I got chosen to be here for a reason, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
a reason why I didn't choose anyone else. I would be lying if I said I wouldn't have any pressure in the back of my mind because, like, at the end of the day, like I admit I'm not a Sato, I'm not a Luke show. I'm just or an Oxy. I'm a talented tier 2 player that got the call up, and now the only thing I can do is give my best effort every single day, every single practice, every single match. So say I am one and done, I have zero regrets, right? Because
Nice.
that is the worst feeling.
And quick kind of follow up on what you mentioned about not being a Sato or Luke show. Obviously, you're playing kind of like flex support, but we've seen you on your duelist arc on previous teams, over with Blade. So are you do you want to like do you have that yearning to play like a double duelist or something at all, or are you happy on the support?
Not out there every day.
There we go. Great answer. All right. And then kind of touching then on, like you mentioned, you were in tier 2 and collegiate for a while, and you kind of are then like an example of like a Riot quote unquote success story in that degree of like that path to pro and making it. So I was curious, like from those experiences, what do you think translated really well? And what things do you feel like you wish those experiences had prepared you for more now that you're in franchising?
Um, I don't really know, to be honest. I think every team structurally helped me in some way. The Blinn run taught me how to be an underdog.
Mhm.
Because like we were underdogs the entire year. We qualified through sorry,
You're good
through
on this one. You can do whatever you want.
qualified through Premier, and I don't know where we end top four. And then that helped me get on an M80. M80 taught me what professionalism is, especially with Chet and Victor. And so I feel like I combined both of those experiences together, and that's formed me to who I am today.
Nice, nice. All right, and then we got to see your little fit check segment right on the broadcast, and I was actually gonna ask about this before I even saw that because of the the roster intro video where you have your little icon on the back of the koi fish and in your tattoo, and you mentioned it has to do with your dad and the koi shop that, like, you guys have. So I was curious, a little story time about what that is and what that means to you, enough for it to be like your symbol on your jersey.
I think it means a lot to me because my parents have been supporting me silently. Because at the end of the day, like I'm just an Asian kid. I was an Asian kid playing games. I used to play football growing up, so I dropped
Mm.
football and sports. I used to be on travel teams and stuff like that. So they've been supporting me silently. It's like some days they're like, "Oh, he's playing too much," but now now that I've made it, I want to be able to represent my family's name on my back. It's like having your last name on a jersey when you play football, right? The koi fish symbolizes like my dad. My dad started a hobby as doing koi fish, he's collecting koi fish, and now he's making so much money from actually owning a whole on business. And then the lotus flower, that's the flower of Vietnam,
Hmm.
and I have it tattooed on my arm as well,
Yeah, so it
right
was from your
here,
mom as well, right? Her favorite.
and that's my mom's favorite flower. So yeah, it ties everything all up.
Very, very wholesome. All right. And then speaking of, support, I was curious, who do you think now that you've gotten to Lev has been like, I feel like in the back end has supported your growth as a player, the most, whether it's a teammate on your team or support staff in the background, coach wise?
I think Tex has. I've known Tex for a minute.
You stream and
Um,
you're in his chat all the time. I'm a lurker too.
of you. So the way I feel like it helped Sato and I was Sato got really close with Corbin. I got really close with Tex, and King was also there to bounce off of both of us. So I think that's what made our transition so easy. Ian and I have so many similarities inside and outside of the game. Our music, the things we do, our activities, how we play, how we aim, literally the same. So I think being able to have someone to lean on, especially a veteran like Ian, has been like such a blessing.
Yeah. All right, and then to kind of end the interview, I think I have this set up correctly, and I wanted to end with something really, really fun. So in the Lev roster reveal, it was very silly. I really liked it. That was cute with the Levitons Got Talent. Was it fact or cap that you actually can identify skins and the weapon off of their sounds, or was it just
Yeah,
for the skit? You can.
uh, th- that one's fact.
All
But
right, all right. We're gonna put it to the test then.
okay, let's go.
Live. There's no like, oh, re-record or anything. I got two skins for you, and I think you should be able to hear them. I think I have the audio routed correctly. So let's do it. All right, I'm gonna play you for the first skin. All right.
Yeah. That's the Ion Karambit.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Good, good, good. And then second one. All right.
That's from the Blade of the Ruin King section, like the Ruination.
Are you sure it's the
Is that,
blade?
is that Ruination? It's like a guardian
I'll
or a
keep
ghost.
playing it.
That's a specter.
There you go, there
Yeah.
you go. Third time's the charm. But yeah, you got the skin right. That I
Yeah.
really like Grenation, so I threw that one in there. And the Karambit was
Yeah.
kind of could be a tricky one. But all right, that was the last little fun segment. And I think a good way to end then is you obviously were asked in the post match interview about your goals as a player and for the season specifically. But I was curious, like, what do you want to be quote unquote remembered for in your career then in esports, kind of?
Ooh, this is a good question. I
Mm.
mean, what I want to be remembered as is probably. I think I'm slowly accepting that I'll probably be a very strong flex player. Like I think I'm generally the NA's version of Forsaken in terms of agent pool. If you go to my VLR, I played damn near every agent. So I want to be known for my flexibility and just being able to be creative with all the game's characters. And mechanically, I still think I'm one of the best in NA with the way I just aim and just everything.
Nice. All right. And then we still have like a minute to go. So do you have any kind of then message to like the people who are starting to support Lev or that like have been longtime supporters of you in your journey up to tier one?
I mean, shout out to everyone that supports me because like every time I hate streaming. Bro. I hate streaming. I don't have
Same.
I do not have the personality to stream, man. I get too mad at ranked. But to everyone that shows up when I stream, like the 200 of you, all of my mods that instantly come in my chat, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone that's seen my growth throughout as a player, throughout my years of competing. And I hope to continue to make you guys proud. And I hope you continue to guys keep supporting me.
Nice, amazing. And we'll go ahead and end there. I want to let you celebrate with your team and congrats again on the first win and good luck in your upcoming matches.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yep, yep. All right. Bye bye.
Later.